Hello friends, family, various other people. This is Anton, looking kind of bald, although, like, let's see if we get up here, see my fabulous ass fucking bow there. But I promised to record some poetry. I'm recording some poetry, even though, like, right now I'm at Bewilderfest down at Urban Artifact in fabulous North Side. Let's take a little view. I don't know how well any of that showed up, but you know, hey. Um, Anyways, I know some people had some specific requests. Probably gonna do some of those at some point later on, but right now I just decided to do some like Baudelaire and Rimbaud because why the fuck not? We're in the middle of a shitty part of town. I won't say that about Northside. Northside is fucking awesome, but although it's gentrifying like a goddamn asshole, so you know, as shit does. But right now, like this area is fairly cool. So let's hit some fucking Baudelaire up in this bitch. We've got Elevation. I love poems about poetry because why the fuck not? So, Elevation by Baudelaire. Above the valleys and above the meres, over woods and mountains, clouds and ocean, past the sun, the depths of ether, and the vast utmost boundaries of the starry spheres, my spirit, you're nimble in your flight, like a good swimmer blissful in the billow. Gaily through the profound void you furrow with an ineffable and male delight. If you don't. Fly far away from these unhealthful vapors. Go purify yourself in loftier air, drinking, like pure and heavenly liquor, the limpid space that brims with shining fire. Beyond the boredoms, the immense chagrins, which weight our foggy lives with their dark burden. Happy is he who can with vigorous wings win to the serene and radiant gardens. Happy the man whose thoughts, like blithe larks flying in the skies of morning, freely use their powers, who, hovering over life, knows without trying the tongues of silent things and of the flowers. That was Elevation by Baudelaire. Oh, fuck. There we go. I'm dropping my goddamn book. And as I keep looking off the side, because I have a book, because I can't fucking... Maybe if I set it over here, it'll look more like I'm looking at the screen, but I'm not really. We're going to move on to Spleen by Self-Same Person. Because I like poems that are named after organs. Big surprise, there's not like dick poem, although there probably are dick poems. But anyways, I have more memories than 1,000 years. A bureau, its drawers well stuffed with souvenirs, verses, love letters, novels, old processes, receipted bills wrapped around heavy tresses, hides fewer secrets than my mournful brains. This pyramid, this boundless vault, contains more corpses than the potter fields can hoard. I am a graveyard by the moon abhorred, where creeping like remorse the long worms spread their train to feast upon my dearest dread. An old boudoir with many a faded rose, where lies the rummage of outmoded clothes, where pale bouchers, or bouchers, whatever, pastels and plaintive style, breathe the perfume from an uncorked phial. None so long as the limping days, and slow when under leaves or under heavy flakes of years of snow, ennui, the fruit of dismal apathy, assumes the size of immortality. Thereafter, living matter, you lie here, like a granite block surrounded by vague fear, drowsy in the Sahara's hazy waste. An old sphinx, scanted by a world in haste, omitted from the maps, whose savage whim sings only when the sunset falls on him. I'm fucking up reading these like a motherfucker. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm goddamn gorgeous. Just like, look at this cleavage I got here. That's some nice shit there. I know you digging this. So, let's move on to some Rambo. Or no, sorry. Not Rambo yet. Gonna do Rambo in a second, but Malarme, I don't know how to pronounce this shit. But just because we read Baudelaire, and why not read The Tomb of Charles Baudelaire afterwards? The buried temple reveals the sewer's dark sepulchral mouth, slavering mud and rubies, abominably some idol of Anubis, all the muzzle flaming like a ferocious bark. Or, if the recent gas twists a squirming wick that puts up with who knows what dubious disgrace, it haggardly lights on an immortal pubis, whose flight depends on the street lamp to stay awake. What dried wreaths in cities without evening votively could bless as if could sit still, or could sit vainly against the marble of Baudelaire? In the vein that clothes the absent with shuddering, in this his shade, even a poison tutelar, ever to be breathed, though we die of it. Now moving on to the Rambo, The Sleeper in the Valley. I always dig this one, even though this is like a pretty heavy, like lit class poem. It's still pretty fucking awesome. Occasionally they get this shit right. There's a green trough where a singing river clings crazily to tattered grass that gleams with silver, where from the proud mountain shivers sunlight, and the valley foams with beams. A soldier, young, with open mouth, bare head, his neck bathed in cool blue watercress. Under high clouds he sleeps, stretched on the grass, and light rains on him, pale, in his green bed. He sleeps, his feet in irises. His smile is like a sick child's. He naps a while. Nature cradle him slowly. He is cold. The fragrance wakens no quiver in his nostrils. Hand on his breast, he sleeps in sunlight, tranquil. In his right side, there are 2 red holes. I just that fucking dig that poem. And lastly, we'll end with The Lice Hunters, because this one's for Piper, because I know how you fucking love lice. Bitch done worked in daycare for years, so you know. Anybody working in daycare? Y'all know that shit. Lice, oh fucking hell. Anyways, this is for The Lice Hunters. Maybe if I move it up this way I won't look as bald as I looked before, but I still look fucking bald. So, whatever. Like, you know, isn't this supposed to be like the cool ass angle that you're supposed to hold shit up at? And so this is gonna look weird. But look, you can see the book in the corner a little bit. The Lice Hunters. When the child's forehead, covered with the red torment, begs the dream swarm, vague and pale. 2 tall, gracious nuns come to his bed, with delicate hands and silvery fingernails. They seat the child by the open window where blue atmosphere is bathing in a flowery tangle. And as the dew settles on his mop of hair, dreadful and charming, the shrewd fingers ramble. He hears their timid breathing sing, whence slips a vegetable rose nectar that by hisses is sometimes interrupted, as when lips suck back saliva or the desire for kisses. He hears the blinking of their black eyelashes in the perfumed stillness and, as in a vice, royal nails electrically mashing to crackling death the gray and lazy lice. Then works in him the wine of idleness, the delirium of a mouth organ's sigh, and the child feels, under the slow caresses, welling and sinking, an endless need to cry. Thank you. Have a nice night. See you later.